It was a cool, misty morning in late March along the banks of the River Severn in Shropshire, England. The river's surface rippled under a pale dawn light, and birdsong echoed faintly from the alder trees. Walking along the muddy path was Thomas Miller, a 42-year-old wildlife photographer, accompanied by his loyal Labrador, Daisy. Thomas had hoped to capture photographs of early spring blossoms reflected in the water. Instead, he heard something else, a faint, high-pitched squeak, almost lost in the gentle rush of the river. He stopped. Daisy's ears twitched, her nose pointing toward a cluster of reeds. There, curled on the damp ground, was a creature no bigger than Thomas's hand, for still sparse, eyes sealed shut. It was a baby otter, barely a few weeks old, trembling from hunger and cold. No mother was in sight, and the river's current lapped dangerously close. Thomas knelt down, his breath misting in the chill air. He broke a piece of the bread he had brought for his breakfast, dipping it in water before offering it to the tiny animal. The pup gave a feeble nibble, its small paws twitching as if clinging to life itself. Thomas knew the chances of survival were slim, but turning away was unthinkable. Tucking the otter inside his jacket for warmth, he made his way home. That was the beginning of Oliver's story, for that is the name Thomas gave him. The first weeks were a test of patience and care. Oliver's frail body demanded round-the-clock feeding with a special milk formula. Thomas set up a soft bed by the fireplace, where Daisy often lay close, keeping watch over their new charge. Each small milestone, a louder squeak, a stronger crawl, felt like a victory. Then, one morning in mid-April, Thomas awoke to find Oliver's eyes open for the first time. They were bright and alert, reflecting a spark of mischief beneath their innocence. Soon, that spark became a blaze. Oliver learned to tumble around the living room, steal socks from the laundry basket, and ambush Daisy's wagging tail. The house rang with laughter as Thomas realized this was no longer just a rescue. It was the making of a friendship. By early summer, Thomas introduced Oliver to shallow water in a sheltered inlet of the river. Instinct took over. Oliver paddled clumsily at first, splashing more than swimming. But within weeks, he was diving and surfacing with growing confidence. The day he caught his first fish, a small silver flash wriggling in his jaws, Thomas stood on the bank, grinning with pride. Yet Oliver's favorite pastime remained chasing Daisy across the garden, leaping into her path, then darting away before she could catch him. What began as rivalry soon turned into a warm bond, a strange, playful companionship between dog and otter. Months passed, and the once helpless pup grew into a sleek, energetic young otter. He was no longer just a guest in Thomas's home. He was family, a daily reminder of how compassion, even in the smallest gesture, can ripple outward to transform lives. I thought I was saving him, Thomas would later say. But in many ways, he saved me, too.